Okay. All right. Hear me out. Let's have a body double do the State of the Union. All right, fine. Let's prepare for the State of the Union. What are we going to be discussing at the State of the Union? I don't even remember everything we did. Can you guys just like make the script for all our accomplishments? All right. Whatever the speech is, I straight up just copy it, and then when we do the State of the Union, and I copy it aloud, and then we just end the State of the Union after the speech is over. I did the speech, guys. It's already over. The speech is done. I did it. Well, too late. I did it. Anyway, next issue. Okay, guys. Is there any restrictions on the guns at all? No, Bobby.
The representative responds. Representative, yes, shotguns and long rifles must be registered.
You know what, guys? I'm going to veto this because I believe in gun control, and I don't like the idea of humans being able to carry shotguns unless they're hunters and stuff. Literally, I hate to say it, I want a hunter restriction at best. And honestly, I'm also thinking that, unfortunately, I think civilians in my country should only be limited to carrying pistols at best. Well, that sucks. Your mom is fat. Next issue. All right, rapper, say your stuff. I believe in you. We let him come and do his thing. Man, here's my response to that. I decide to tell the guards to kick him off the stage. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I decide that he offended America and did a hate crime. So we're going to charge him with public indecency at least, and I don't know, threatening the president. I think he threatened the president because I am white. So I think that counts. So we're going to put him in jail. Like right now, he's under arrest. I'm glad you all agree. All right, now time for the next issue. I think I like this idea actually. Foreign aid. Hold up, foreign aid. For what countries? Alright, alright, sure, whatever. We can go help feed people or whatever. Just no military stuff. I see. Well, it is what it is. Alright, we get to the next day. What's going on? That's what's up. I'm glad. That's what's up. I'm glad. I decided to tweet about it and call him a bad American, and that I'm glad that people that threaten the president go to jail. Nice. That's what's up. We already did the State of the Union. Okay, all right. Well, we already have the speech written, so I'm going to just use the speech that the congressman helped with write, and and then just recite it word for word, and then end the stream. All right, fine. All right. Here's what's up, America. Everyone's doing okay. You're not dead, and I don't know. We've been pushing stuff forward. We had a I recite all the things we did for bills and stuff. Good. All right, then we leave the speech area. I'm just done. We're done with the speech. Next issue. All right, here's what's next. We are going to uh for now I'm going to wait for the next bill to hit my desk. What's the 300 tax on rich people? Okay, but what do you mean by 300? Is it like just $300 that it is have to give once a year or something? I agree. Let's rock. Next issue. Sure, I'll allow this bill. I got you. All right, now we're gonna do something interesting. I'm going to make. I'm going to see if the American government across the states are listening to me in any way, shape, or form. Especially because I remember that's like the point of this RPG. It's like they're supposed to disobey me once in a while and stuff. So we're going to do an obligation to where I'm going to mandate that I want to see how people react if they are aware of it as well. I will admit, I know when that's annoying when we want to do secrecy, but I want to see how America reacts when it's done under obligation. So we're going to announce it and then wait a week, and then I'm going to send the cops out to go do it, go verify. Or government workers, census workers. Let's do census workers, actually. Census workers. All right. So we do that. And now we get to next week. What's going on? I just want to make sure y'all are following the law, and our law is green grass. So how's it? How is it going across America? Okay, all right. I guess that was too easy. We're gonna do something a bit harder. I want to see if you know what, let's you know what, countrywide OSHA check. I want to check safety standards. What I want is for you guys to live longer because thanks to obeying OSHA laws, you guys will all be safe and not die at work like dumbasses. Alright, but it's about safety. Like, alright, what choices do you need to be able to make that violate OSHA laws? Like, it's all just about doing your job safely. Yes, and it's something virtuous. We're just making sure you're safe. I'm not even checking to make sure you have your proper stock or you're like a scam. I just want to make sure your building is like safe and your work practices. Yeah, well, I think we're going to. I think I'm going to ignore the Republicans, and I'm going to put out the executive order for the whole country's census workers to begin freaking checking on the building structures and making sure that all businesses are up to OSHA standards. All right, I'm going to see how this develops because I've stated my purposes. We're just going to see if my census workers actually do their jobs. Alright, alright, guys. Now, that was horrible show of obedience to just having safety standards. So now we're going to do a third thing to check on obedience some more. I'm thinking, give me a sec. You know what, Bot? Give me some suggestions. Give me some suggestions for ways to make sure people are being obedient on. All right, but which law specifically? We're going to just focus on one law. One law to check to see if they're getting enforced across the country. All right, that makes sense. They're new laws. They might ignore them. Remind me what laws we've passed so far. Maybe. Alright, I don't think those are, and none of those are good enough, actually. I mean, actually, I suppose we can. I want you to, go. Who collects the money on, They are, actually. Who collects taxes on those businesses? Alright, time to bully the IRS this time. We are going to audit the IRS to make sure they're collecting those taxes. Yep, that's what we're going to do right now. Executive order. I slap it down. Boom. It's done. Well, we will first, I don't know. I'm thinking, well, we will ask you based on conditions, but if they are unreasonable conditions, we will do things like fire people and demote people and stuff. We'll just do like typical corporate punishments, maybe even lower their pay grade. I don't know. We're gonna start. I want to make sure I'm getting that money. That's like where we get all our money from, or else we have to do stuff like run businesses to make money. Do you want to do government business? Do you want people to pay their taxes? Yeah, but I'm the government. I'm supposed to do that. It's my government. It's like if it's being rowdy, I should beat its ass. So like, come on. If necessary, yes, but I feel like we'd only arrest them if they're doing embezzlement. If they're just being incompetent, then I will just probably fire them or replace them with better workers. I mean, if necessary, yes, fuck, let's get to it. Fuck, I have like an epic military and police force. Like, fuck, let's rock. We can direct it on our own government once in a while. It is only supposed to be an audit at worst. We will only freaking fight them if they fight us. Seriously, it's going to be more of us being their boss, auditing to make sure that we have money. That's all it's going to be. It's not going to be performance. It's just sitting there being like, you got the money from them and then taxes in general. We're just verifying the money's there. And if it's not there, there's going to be problems where we're going to investigate them to prove if they were bad at their jobs or just fucking lazy or they've been stealing from us. Yes, obviously, we're punishing them like they're employees, and if they're criminals that stole from us, we will punish them like they're criminals. Otherwise, if all they've been doing is bad at their job, they will only be punished as an employee and just be fired at worst. Yeah, it's really just an evaluation if the money is there. We may do a performance review based on how little the money is there, but it's within reasonable standards where we expect tax money to be at right now. And I'm just going to be like, all right, bet we will move on. We are literally, it could be like 20 minutes. I'm not going to lie. It's just us going to be going in there, just checking bank accounts, maybe physical money, and then leaving. Only if there is an exorbitant amount of money missing from what should be there. Like say, they're $1 million short of what's expected. I'm like, that's like a problem. Anything $1 million over, we will do an investigation. But let's say anything under $1 million, we will just let slide within just reasonable expectations of being a human. Yes, we will just vibe. Uh, I mean, it's just a performance review as long as they weren't doing like anything dumb like stealing from us. As long as it was just laziness, it just means I fire you. Damn it. The call crashed again. Fuck. We only get one more free call with this shit today. Quit doing fake criminal logic at me. If it's illegal, it's illegal and I will punish you for it. But of course, it's like, oh no, I didn't catch you. Yeah, you don't get fucking punished, faggot. Anyway, executive order down. We are auditing the IRS to make sure they have all the money they should have at this point. Yep. All right, let's skip to it. I want to get to the point to where we now are auditing the IRS. What's going on with that? Very good. All right. All right. So how's the money looking so far? All right, that's investigation time. I want to check into their practice, into their business practices, to make sure they're doing their jobs properly, and I also want to investigate camera feeds to make sure there is no embezzlement going on.